Hello everyone, I'm here with some suggestions for some celluloid gems coming up on Talking Pictures TV over the coming weeks. And I can assure you, you won't want to miss any of these for all the very different reasons. So grab your TPTV calendar and a pencil and let's begin. We start with a journey back to the 70s, where weekend TV was a genuine appointment. Wasn't the 1970s really a great era for variety TV? It was also the decade when some of our finest impressionists made their mark. Who Do You Do captured the best of them in a show filled with quick-fire sketches which ran for 5 series. Starting in 1972, it's a real joy to be bringing this show to Talking Pictures TV, as it hasn't been seen for a very long time. The huge roster of talent here includes Freddie Starr, Peter Goodright, Russ Abbott, Janet Brown, Karen Kay, Sid Little, all taking a good-natured swipe at the day's celebrities.
Oh, I am glad you've asked for me.
So Evil, So Young is a Danziger feature coming up very soon. It's a 1961 film set around a reform school prison, starring the great Jill Ireland and Ellen Pollock. It's brilliantly directed as well by Godfrey Grayson. He seemed to have spent most of his career working for the Danzigers and Hammer. It's a great insight into the reform schools of the 60s and lets you get to know the characters before you wonder how the clever plot will unfold. And we go from Danziger Bees to a BBC production of epic proportions. Do tune in for Maxwell, starring the great David Suchet. David stars as the media tycoon in a dramatised account of how greed and ambition destroyed a man and led him to commit one of the world's biggest ever frauds. As Maxwell's world starts to collapse, his obsession with power and his great rival, Rupert Murdoch, began to unravel his life. Cracks appear in his multi-billion business empire. Trapped and paranoid, his attempts to stem the tide of debts accumulate in him stealing £1 billion from his companies and their pension funds.
You're not making this easy for me, Bob.
Do you think I want to make it easy for you? They sent me some putts to tell me they're not giving me £40 million after I've earned their bank £250 million over the past 10 years. And he wants it to be easy for him.
Rumpolder the Bailey is a great acquisition for Talking Pictures TV, and we do get asked relentlessly for the series to play again. So I'm pleased to announce you can now share your morning tea and biscuits with the great Leah McKern and She Who Must Be Obeyed every weekday at 11 a.m.
Does your lordship wish to prejudge the issue? Are we to have a little premature adjudication?
Our dear friend Pete Murray has just celebrated his 100th birthday. The 1962 film Designed for Loving gives us the chance to see a young Pete at his very coolest. In this long-lost romantic comedy produced by the Danziger brothers, he plays what we used to call a beatnik. He's hired as an advisor to a businesswoman played by June Thorburn, who wants to pitch her fashions to the young and the hip. The only trouble is, he isn't exactly who he appears to be. Cue plenty of laughs.
I have not turned commercial. Hey, Lloyd, they're getting all hot on the car for nothing. Now, this will cool you off.
Ah, no, Miss Orford, please, no trouble. No.
For those of you who like a good love story, I've got a great little lost film I found from 1949 called Mrs. Mike coming soon. It stars Dick Powell and Evelyn Keyes, who was no shrinking violet. It's a charming little film begging the question, will love triumph over all adversities? Why not tune in and find out?
Kathy, I love you. I always have, and I think you know it.
Well, then if you want to marry me, you just ask me.
All right. Will you marry me?
Obsession is coming up too. A wealthy London psychiatrist learns that his wife Storm is romantically involved with Bill Cronin. He resolved to exact revenge on both by committing the perfect murder. And watch out for the great Stanley Baker as a policeman. See if you can do your own footage detective work and spot him. And finally, something very different. This is Count Dracula, 1977. Louis Jourdan stars as the deliciously bloodthirsty Count Dracula in this version of Bram Stoker's horror classic. Many scenes shot on location, such as the Gothic graveyard of London's Highgate Cemetery. It is an excellent cast, including Frank Finlay and Susan Penhaligon.
You seek to destroy me. Why?
Because of what you are and what you've done.
We must survive, all of us. The blood of a human for me, a cooked bird for you. Where is the difference?
The difference between good and evil.
I love nothing better than reading all your emails and letters. Here's one from Martin Seldrick, which concerns a studio very close to our hearts here at Talking Pictures TV. Dear Noel, are you aware of the campaign to save the Hammer House sign in Wardour Street, Soho, from property developers? The Soho Society, the BFI and BAFTA are trying to get support to save the historic iconic sign. There is a petition doing the rounds on change.org to convince the City of Westminster to preserve this very British institution. Now owned by the theatre entrepreneur John Gore, hoping for your support. Martin Sheldrick from Wimbledon. Yes, a sign that I know very well. I think I worked in a cutting room there once and would love to see it preserved. So please add Talking Pictures to the supporters of Save the Sign. As you know, this channel means a lot to me and I work hard to provide something for everyone. I'm proud of the sheer variety of the upcoming schedule. Plenty of mystery, but plenty of laughs too. Remember, you can see all our full schedule on our free weekly newsletter. Sign up now. If you'd like to write to me, you can get in touch via email at noel@talkingpicturestv.co.uk. If you prefer to put pen to paper, the address to write to is Talking Pictures TV, P.O. Box 592, Kings Langley, Hertfordshire, WD4 4DB. Join me again soon for another personal selection from What's on Talking Pictures TV. There's plenty to see again. Keep watching.